Sean, am I clicking start broadcast here, or are you?
Paris, you're good to go.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining. My name is Paris Loesch, and I'm with Good Deeds, and I'm very excited to be here today. And I want to thank Sean and Chrissy and Robin and other folks I've met, Ryan and Daniel, along the way for helping coordinate this meeting today. I know we have an hour planned, but my goal would be to give you half of that back to go back to take care of other important things as well. I've given this presentation a few times, and my hope is that you've had a chance to take a look at the materials I've sent on to give you some perspective on what our plans are so that this will move more quickly. So Good Deeds is a mission-focused e-commerce platform. We are transforming social good by harnessing the power of data and technology. Everything we do is embedded in data science and technology, and we're excited to incorporate that into our platform, which is very unique for a publisher. And as you can see, I have dogs barking in the background, which is my sincere apology, but I guess that's virtual working, and it makes us all very normal, right? My husband is putting them outside. Thank you. They were outside. They snuck in. All right. Having said that, we have a growing community of a tremendous amount of brands. Today, we have over 1,600 brand partners that are part of our program. And in addition to the 1,600 brand partners, we have a tremendous partnership with nonprofits globally, locally, and nationally. You can see on the right-hand side that we are partnered with UNICEF, United Way, which again are global organizations, you know, in addition to Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We also are joining in with some newer, more, I hate to use the word popular, but different nonprofits that are growing in consideration and partnerships such as the Malala Fund and Waterkeeper Alliance. You know, our goal is to expand as many nonprofits as possible that become our premium partners. We have over 1 million in our database in terms of a give to source, but we're looking forward to partnering with these nonprofits on a higher level because they will help spur our community on. So again, we have over 1,600 brands, and we span about 20 different categories, all the typical ones that you would expect or come to know from your background and experience. Based on that, I'd love to share with you some highlights about our program. And this page here is essentially an executive summary of the Good Deeds platform. Now, again, prefacing that I hope you had a chance to take a look at the full-page document we sent over. But I know that most of you listening to this call are very experienced in the network space, the loyalty space, so I don't think many of us will come from fairly quick studies. But the highlights, we are a performance marketing company. Again, we are very analytics as our DNA. We are going to be a full omni-channel offer platform, and this loyalty publisher platform is really just the first chapter in our book.
Paris, you're having some issues with your audio. I'm not sure if you're using a headset, so I just wanted to jump in and let you know that your audio was cutting out a bit.
Okay, how is now?
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that was. Thank you for bringing that to my attention, Sean. So we are a B Corp status, and for those of you that are familiar with that, it is a very stringent requirement certification, and everything that we do essentially has to support the nonprofit community. And other brands like Paul Newman's, Patagonia, Tom's are all members of this type of B Corp status group. And we're very excited about the efforts we've put in and the commitments we've made to be part of this as well and be accepted into the program. So the Good Deeds platform, all about brand activation, consumer engagement, and most important for many of your brands, incrementality. So we launched our pilot in early October, and we will be live in pilot for about 4 weeks, and we'll be launching live in the App Store mid-November. So members shop, receive cash back with every purchase, and then we ask them to donate all or part of that to one of over 1 million nonprofits. And then we ask them to donate at least 25% of their cash back to a nonprofit of their choice. We make it easy for them to do this because we give them 100% of the commission as cash back to our shoppers. which is maximum pass-through of the brand dollars at base rate. So if we get $4 cash back or 4% cash back in terms of, the base rate, we will pass on 100% of that, which in this case would be, double that of Rakuten Rewards, Ebates, for an example, or Giving Assistant, et cetera. So we're very much committed to passing on as many brand dollars as possible, and then making it easy, as I mentioned, for our shoppers to then donate at least 25%. I'll pause there for a moment, because if you're familiar with Giving Assistant and some of the other programs like iGive, you can actually shop those sites and not donate anything, or as little as 1%. We're very committed to attracting shoppers, members that believe in our mission and believe in supporting nonprofits, and that's why we've put the lowest denominator at 25%. Of course, they can go higher, but we're asking them not to go lower. So we're targeting the more affluent, socially conscious shoppers with a millennial and Gen Z bullseye skew, because it is that group that has the highest propensity to shop mobilely, as well as support firms that support their communities. Many of you are probably in the millennial category, and you tend to shop brands that are part of a good cause platform and that are giving back. And that's why we hope to take advantage and bring these different groups together in a very positive way. Creating, point number 5 here, a very strong social halo and cause marketing tie-in. We believe that having a strong social halo and cause marketing tie-in is perfect for so many of your brands. I mean, if you look at the Pepperjam lineup right now, I think we have maybe 15 or 20 brands that have signed on, and thank you very much. And so many of them have a commitment to social responsibility, and many of the brands are looking for this, and this is a turnkey way for that brand or that corporation to participate in a corporate socially responsible way. Point number 6, in terms of what makes us a little bit unique, is that we have engaging programs, placements, and campaigns, and this is beyond the typical that and you're familiar with in terms of category placements, front page, banners, emails, newsletters, homepage, etc. And I'll get into that in just a minute. And the last piece, which makes us very unique and different, is that Pepperjam, its clients, will get a full access to complete first-party purchase data via our brand portal, which will be available 24/7. And that will include benchmark data, analytics, insights, and measurement across the board. So not just for their brand or your brand, but your brand's competitors. Okay. Next slide here. All right. Here is an example of what that brand portal looks like. Again, it will access essential brand and benchmark data information for you, and it will be full of all sorts of cohorts for your brand to leverage and utilize. And it's a simple login, and then you'll have a series of 20, 30 different reports that you can pull up and then slice and dice in whatever format that you would like. So in terms of what makes us different, right, that's the big question. Well, I can tell you that our CEO, who spent almost 30 years on Wall Street and since then has developed 2 or 3 other startup type companies that are still existing today and very successful, he did not want to roll out just another publisher platform or just another platform in general for shopping. He wanted to do something different, which is why he tied in this absolute commitment to nonprofits. But then he also wanted to make sure that we were providing different and unique value add for our brands so that we could help them achieve that lifetime value and partnership activation option. Where, I love Honey. I wish I would have invested in it years ago, but we're not like Honey. We're not after that last click attribution. We're not chasing that last click. What we want to do is really develop our brand partnerships in a way that we become one of the top programs for the brands that you manage. So we're doing that by, again, offering this first-party purchase intelligence, again, getting into all the data mining, all of the transactions in store and online. So in addition to all the ROAS, AOV, orders, voice, wallet that you're going to be getting, through your platform, you'll also be able to get access into all the credit card data, clickstream data, who viewed, open, bought or not, click through to conversion data, timing path of purchase, data on lapsed users, holdout groups, plus also donation data. So, if Shutterfly, for example, or Puma Bombas wanted to find out where the shoppers were donating to, we would be able to give them a report or give you a report that can show you exactly where your shoppers are caring about, donating to, and consider part of their KPIs or things that are important to them. This then enables the brand or the corporate social responsibility office to really know where their shoppers, or how their shoppers feel about nonprofits. And again, this is a huge new area that's becoming more and more important. And again, that's the corporate social responsibility office that exists now in every major brand, I think, across the United States, particularly because of everything that's been going on, this summer with a lot of the challenges we have seen socially and the different protests. The other piece, point number 2, again, this gets into the brand portal that we provide you. So not only is it full benchmarking data for category and competitors, but you'll also receive this in a digestible format of visualizations and dashboards, but also we'll be sending out 5 to 10 monthly push reports so that if you're too busy or if you have 1,000 portals to go into, you get an email once a month with the reports that you wanted to identify as important, and then they'll come to you, and then at that point you can decide to delve into the dashboard a little bit more. So hoping to make that more turnkey and easy for you to engage and look at the data when it makes sense for you. The information in the data will be overall buying history, so anywhere, online, offline. So when a shopper joins on, they give us their credit card information. So this means we're not only able to track their good deeds performance, but we can also find out where else the shoppers are shopping in terms of online and offline, and we'll be capturing all that information and providing that back to our partners. And again, this would be incremental to what you're getting through your network. 3 other areas, just to kind of push these out a little bit more. Because of all that data, we'll be able to provide real-time personalization, dynamic commissioning, and deal shifting. So if there are brands that you have that only want to target new shoppers or new consumers, we can do that. We have brands on board now that are only providing a cash back for new consumers. We can do new, return, lapsed. We can also target by geography or any cohort that would be important to you. This would be rules-based as well as machine learning. And so, all of these data points roll together to provide to you something we think is very, very different and unheard of with other publishers in the space today. And it's not something that you have to ask for. It's something that you'll have 24/7 access to in terms of the data. In terms of the placements and campaigns, again, you'll have all the things that you're accustomed to today with banners, emails, newsletters, etc. But we'll also be, or we are already invested in brand videos, bloggers, surveys, gamifications, and sweepstakes, teams where families or friends come together and purchase and donate, celebrity challenges, and then in card link, we'll roll that out in Q1, as well as receipt linking. And then we also have the opportunity for brands and nonprofits to do co-marketing programs. So for example, if Lulu or Windsor wanted to do a program with the Red Cross, we could do a joint co-marketing placement on our platform as well. The engagement that we have with our nonprofits is something that we hold dear. Being a B Corp, obviously, it's something that we've committed to do, but above and beyond that, while we're providing the nonprofits with a revenue stream, right, with all the donations that being made, we are also providing them with a suite of data and analytics at no charge. And this has really been fabulous for the nonprofits because any money they have today has to go towards their cause. So if they can get tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of free data, if you will, to help better target their own donors and have their donors donate more, then that is just a wonderful opportunity for them. And this is what we're providing them. And as part of this partnership, they're then promoting us on their .com, their newsletters, and gala events. So we're really excited about this because in addition to all the organic and paid media that we're putting in place to launch our program over the next few weeks, we're also going to have, this grouping of donors that at this point it's over 40 million donors from this premium group that we work with that will be promoting us. And, so even if we get 10% of that or even 5% of those people to become shoppers, we will get out of the gate probably in record history in terms of building our shopper base. So really excited about that and the differences that we're offering. The next 2 slides spends time comparing us to other cashback platforms and then other social good platforms. And I think I've highlighted the differences already in my communication, but just to make sure I zone in on the key differentials, again, we have a minimum of 25% donation, and social good is in our platform. Everything we do has to result in a donation. We have the advanced personalization, we have all the data and insights and analytics, and we are going to be full omni-channel again with the release of CardLink in January, as well as receipts. We don't have any integration fees to sign up through our launch, which we're really excited about, which saves a tremendous amount of money. And just as a reiteration, 100% of that base rate will go to the consumer. So again, $5. If we get $5, $5 will pass on to that consumer, and we won't keep any in terms of that base program. In terms of other social good platforms, again, we have that minimum donation expectation. We have very strong partnerships with our nonprofits to have a huge reach to the nonprofit donor base. And also, again, we offer the omni-channel program, as well as advanced promotions and engagement. Our founder has made a commitment to invest in gamification and blogging and videos and these nonprofit, brand co-marketing campaigns. And, he believes, and so do I, that these are the things that will make us different and unique versus some of the other platforms in place out there. So I now go to my last page, which is really just a summary of you thinking about, if Good Deeds is a good partner model for you, and then how you'd like to engage. We have basically 3 programs. The first program is Base Affiliate, where any brand that fits our target audience and that would benefit from our relationship can join on board, and then we will just pass on that standard default rate, to the shopper. If a brand wants to join us in the Plus or Platinum mode, all that means is that they plan on maybe a placement or 2 during the year, or that they want to participate in getting access to the competitive data monthly push report. So, most brands we talk to have a base rate of, in this example, 4%, but because we are giving back and we are mission-based, they might raise that to 5 or 6%. Well, then that automatically will put you into our Affiliate Plus and Platinum area. And again, the differences with Plus and Platinum is that you get 24/7 access to the brand portal, the competitive data, the push reports, dynamic commissioning, and then CardLink when we roll that program out. So again, I think it's just it's an easy jump into that, unless your brand does not want to do any optimization at all and just go at the basic default rate. And if that's the case, again, if the brand fits our focus, we still welcome them with open arms, because we know that shoppers are looking for those brands, and if we simply pass on 100% of the commission to the shopper for the nonprofit support, well then, so be it. So that's it. We're super excited. I am personally gratified that we have over 1,600 brands that are, approved and committed to working with us. It just feels terrific, and I just can't wait to, see how all this unfolds and the impact that we have, in the marketplace, but also, in the world of social good. And we would just love to have, all your brands on board. So with that, why don't I pause and see if there might be any questions. But again, we'd love to have you on board. You just need to accept us in the program, and we can be up and running in as little as 24 hours.
Sarah, it's fantastic. Really good stuff. I love what you guys are doing over there. Guys, everybody who's on the line, we have a question tab on your toolbar for GoToWebinar. If you have any questions for Paris at the time right now, you could submit those. Paris, in the meantime, I have a few questions here that I would like to ask. So we have a question that was just like to confirm that you are in pilot now for 4 weeks and launch public in the App Store in November, correct?
Yep, that's exactly right. We've been in pilot now for about a week and a half, and everything is going really well. We're super excited. We have over 1,000, friends and family, quote unquote, that are participating, and full steam ahead. So yes, we'll be in time for the key shopping season, although that seems to be getting earlier and earlier. But we don't want to accelerate our plans just to capture a shopper. We want to make sure that when we launch, we are in really just perfect shape to really make impact. So we're steadfast on our mid-November launch.
Perfect. Perfect timing for the shopping season. So our next question we have are, what are the brand integration and onboarding fees?
So I have really good news there, Sean, and the entire Pepperjam team. Right now, we are not hosting any or charging any brand integration, brand onboarding fees through the end of the pilot. And again, we are doing this because we believe that this way we will create the strongest pool of great brands, as well as great partners to attract the best shoppers, as well as drive the value to the nonprofits. So at this point, we don't plan on doing so. I know that some of the cash backs could be, 5 to 25,000. I know some of the other charity type, like giving assistance, etc. I think it's a couple of thousand. But at this point, we have no plans on doing that through the end of pilot, at the very least, because of the fact that we just want to cast a wide net and just bring a lot of great brands on.
That sounds great. Doesn't get much better than free, right?
I know. And I'll add to that that for the early adopters or those that join on early, we're also providing a bucket of complementary placements in terms of homepage placements, category placements for the brands that do join on early, because they'll be in the fold early. And I think that's a great value as well, to get complementary placements for your brands without charge.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Guys, don't hesitate to submit questions in the questions tab on your GoToWebinar toolbar. Paris, we'll continue here. We have one that says, so you're giving 100% cash back to the Shoppers members. If the base commission is set at 4%, you'll pass that all back?
Right. So we're passing 100% of the base or the default commission. And so a question maybe, well, how do you guys make money? Our business model generates revenue by us selling placements and other higher level partnership programs. And we're not looking to make any money at all on the base commission. However, if a brand it has a base default rate of, just say, 4% in this example, and they want to increase it to 5 or 6%, so with that incremental 1 or 2%, we will work with you to figure out what's the best use of that. In other words, we might take the 4% and increase it to 5% and give the extra point back to the consumer. We might take those 2 extra points and split them between us and the consumer. So again, our game is our gain is to enable the shopper to get the most value back, so then they in turn feel most comfortable about shopping. We had one brand that has a default rate of 2%, but with nonprofits and other programs, they actually went up to as high as 8%. So instead of us just passing on the 2%, what we've done is work it out that we're actually going to pass on 6%, so that they really stand out in the marketplace. And then that other 2%, we're going to basically invest in placements and other programs down the road. So again, our goal is to give back as much of the cash back as possible, but 100% of the time we will 100% pass back that base or default commission, which is, again, usually, as Ebates will take half, or Giving Assistant takes half, or Retail Media, they all take half. But we have no plans on doing that at all, which is where the value gets created, again, for the consumer to shop and then also feel good about making that donation.
Perfect. Thank you for that. Okay, we have another question. So what went into the idea of you giving at least the 25% cash back to nonprofits? Where did that idea come from, and what went into that?
Sure. It's a great question. Our founder is very philanthropic and very focused on nonprofits. He's actually started several of his own. And when he was dreaming up this site and what we could be, again, he did not want to just go into the marketplace and have a nonprofit strategy, but not be really committed to it. He wanted to be 100% in. And in fact, he actually wanted the shoppers to at least donate half. But, based on research and feedback, we thought, well, let's start with 25% and then let them, donate more if they would like to. But he's very much committed to attracting brands that care about social causes, brands that care about attracting shoppers that care about social causes, but also attracting shoppers that are interested, in mission and social causes. And it's these things that also enabled us to get the B Corp status recognition, which again we feel so proud about. So it's it's really part of our DNA to do so, and we're just excited about it. And yes, it impacts our revenue and all those things, but he's got a very far view of 3 to 5 years out, and is really looking at good deeds as making a big difference in the nonprofit space. So thank you for that question.
Absolutely. Guys, we have about a couple more minutes. I know we have the hour booked, but I don't see any more questions coming through. If you guys have anything to ask, once again, please submit it through the question tab on your GoToWebinar toolbar. Paris, let's give it, a minute or two. Let's see if anything comes in. If not, we'll wrap it up and give everybody about a half an hour back to their day.
Yeah, that would, as we're thinking about any questions coming in here, I just want to reiterate how grateful we are to the brands that have come on board already from your group. Some really great brands, and again, very, very thankful. And we hope that all the other brands can consider us. If you have a brand that doesn't do loyalty, we've heard this before. We've typically, when we go back to the brand, explain, well, we're classified as loyalty just because that's the way it works in the network space. But the reality is we're not loyalty, in that we are mission-based, and we do have this B Corp status. And in every situation where we've had that, the brand says, oh, okay, well, that is definitely an exception to the rule that we make. So I just want to lay that out there in case you have any brands that don't do loyalty. If you can bring to their attention that we are nonprofit, mission-based, I think that would be just tremendous. And again, it would enable you to get a different type of color in the rainbow in terms of your offering. I'll also add that if anybody wants an example of some of the analytic reports, I have a short PowerPoint with some screenshots that I can happily send along to Sean or Robin or to the team to share out as well. So thank you. Alrighty,
well, guys, don't forget. So if you have a question you want to take offline, you can see Paris's information right down there on this slide here. Reach out to her. There will be a recording as well as the deck being sent out in a thank you email to all registrants. So if you weren't able to stay on for the whole entire webinar, or you weren't able to join, everybody will be getting this. So keep an eye on your inbox. Paris, thank you so much. Super stoked to have you guys, and great presentation. Everybody on the line, thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Take care now. Bye-bye.